things are looking pretty good at Stamford Bridge.
2 goals and an assist for Nicolas Jackson. Enzo Maresca becomes the first new manager since Pep Guardiola to win his first 3 away games in charge. West Ham United 0, Chelsea 3.
He's been saying, look, I want to work with a core group of 22, 25 players. And I think because he's done that from the very start, we're starting to see, much earlier than I thought we would see, a consistency.
Palmer goes for goal and scores! What a hat-trick! What an afternoon for Cole Palmer! What a player this young boy is!
What a finish! Smashed into the bottom corner from Caicedo. No chance, Anana.
For me, we are one of the best squad in the Premier League. I said many times that the talent is not enough. We need to build more things, but we are in the right direction.
Enzo Maresca speaking after the draw at Old Trafford kept them 4th in the Premier League table. Let's find out what a true Blues legend makes of their start to the season. It's a very good morning to Gianfranco Zola. Morning, Franco.
Good morning, Gianfranco. Okay.
Morning, Ali. Are you okay?
Both
yeah,
good,
we're in great form, mate. We're in brilliant form. We've got to say, Gianfranco, looking at Chelsea this year, I don't know whether you agree. I think they've been a breath of fresh air. There's a stability about the team and the club that I don't think has been there for a while. And I think Enzo Maresca has had a great start to his managerial career at Chelsea.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a lot of stability on the pitch above all. There is a structure in place, and this structure is getting better and better every week. I can see something. You are a footballer. You can understand when a coach is doing a good job with a team, no? And you can see it that is growing, is getting better all the time. I see improvements. Every week I watch them playing, and so far I think everyone at Chelsea is very happy about what is happening.
I mean, we talk about the squad, Franco, and it's obviously it's a brilliant squad, but it's one of Maresca's greatest achievements that he can manage to keep everyone happy. I mean, for instance, at the weekend, you look at the bench, Cucurella's on the bench, Enzo Fernandez, Mudrik's on the bench, Felix is on the bench, and Nkunku is on the bench. Yet everybody seems to be, existing in harmony at the moment.
Yeah, I think obviously results help a lot. You know better than me that when the results go well, everyone is more stable. Having said that, what I like about Maresca, I know he has a huge squad, and I was one of those ones that was a little bit skeptical about that because, having a big squad has the advantage that you have many choices. But when you have many choices, sometimes you don't find your own identity because you don't recognize who's the main squad, who is the regular. And in a team, you need to have these things. But it seems to me that Maresca is, despite all of that, he has found a common ground for everyone. I see more and more a group of players that are playing consistently, and this is producing a good result. Obviously, this is just one end of it. The other hand is that I like what he's doing at Chelsea. Is a good structure. The team he got the team playing well from the back, and there's a good organization on the pitch, and it's producing results.
Yeah, you can see it. There's obviously an improvement in the middle of the park as well. Lavia, I think, has come in and done well, and Caicedo looks, far better this year than I think he did perhaps last year. But there's 2 players I want to ask you about, Gianfranco. I want to ask you first of all, before I move on to Nicolas Jackson, who I still think there's vast improvement in, but I think we're witnessing improvement in Nicolas Jackson, particularly his quality of finishing. He seems to be a little bit more composed this year, and I still think that will continue. However, I want to start with Cole Palmer. He must be your type of player, mate. He is so easy in the eye. I mean, his pass against Newcastle, I went slightly over the top. I said it was the pass of the decade, but when he played it inside Livramento, he's one of these players. He gets people up off their seat. He's just a great watch.
No, absolutely. I've been talking about that pass with him a few days ago. We did a feature together, and I was very impressed with the boy, honestly. I was just talking about the pass that what impressed me, Ali. I don't know you, but it was that normally when you play that pass, you put the ball over the head of the defender. This boy saw a channel in between on the inside, and he put the ball exactly in the inside. And that is a great vision. And these are things that cannot be taught, because it's about reaction time, about understanding 1 second before what is going to happen. And this boy has got all of this. Now he's doing marvelous things. Very impressed. I think everybody's impressed. He has still some work that he can do, and he can make it even better. So I wish that he can keep the way it looks to me. He can keep it on the ground. He keep working, but he keeps working on his game, because he can still do better. But so far, we at the Chelsea, but everyone in England can be happy about what Cole Palmer is doing.
And what about Nicolas Jackson, mate? Do you agree? Do you see an improvement? And Jeff and I were talking. I can see an improvement this year. He just looks. We all know he's terrific assets and he will score goals. But if I was going to be slightly critical last year, I think sometimes he was a little bit rash in his finishing. He probably had a split second more to compose himself, and that seems to be improving this year, I think.
Well, Ali, you know better than me what a striker has to be effective. So. Yes, I agree with you. I think he's getting better, but I think this is a consequence of the team getting better. Now the ball, they get there more regularly. They get there in a pattern, in my opinion, because the team builds up quite consistently, action after action. And I think what is enjoying right now is many times he gets good balls into the space where he can give it his best. I think the best of Jackson comes when he's attacking the space, and this team he builds from the back, and many times he can find him in these circumstances. But I think I agree. The last year, strangely, his finishing was not as good as everyone was thinking of, but this year is getting better. And again, this obviously is down to his work, but also a lot about Maresca's work.
Franco, just finally, do you expect Chelsea to finish top 4?
Well, it's how tough the Premier League is. We're doing very well, but we need to stay on our toes, because it's so competitive. There will be teams that will coming back, but it gives me a lot of confidence, because there is something going on in the team. There's a good chemistry between the players, so it leaves me very positive. But they will need to keep working, because you know better than me how tough the Premier League is nowadays.
Gianfranco, pleasure to talk to you as always.
Great
Thank you very much indeed.
It's always a pleasure, guys. And I'm happy that I see you well, both of you.
Yeah, really well. Yeah.
Thanks, Gianfranco.
Gianfranco Zola, absolute Chelsea legend, enjoying what he's seeing, particularly of Cole Palmer at the moment. By the way, the texter who said that you put Højlund in Manchester City's team and he scores more than Haaland. Whoa, that's got a reaction. One of which says that has to be the absolute acme, pinnacle and peak of delusional fandom. Put Højlund in City's team, he scores more goals, I'll grant you. Put him in City's team and he scores more than Haaland is possibly the most ridiculous, stupid and fan-blind thing that has ever been said about the beautiful game.
I think we're capable of beating that, though, this show. We could beat that this morning.
I think there's going to be a lot more reaction to that.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.